Welcome back to Penguin Game Day. Coach Phillips joins us once again as we the preload to Villanova a little bit ago, but we'll jump into the Wildcats a little bit more now, Coach. And you know, this is a team that's 9-2 at home, 6 wins in a row. They're perfect at home. You said earlier, you know, they're one of the upper echelon teams, probably if they were in the Missouri Valley Conference.
It's a great challenge. You know, the CAA, great conference, you know, and there's a battle. Who's the best conference in FCS? I'm sure they say themselves, and which is so, and we say Missouri Valley. But, you know, teams like James Madison have come out of CAA that moved up to the FBS, and Villanova, William and Mary, you know, just great programs.
We'll take a look at their a little closer with them as we show you the graphic. They average 33 points a game. They got a great running back, one of 3 good running backs in Jalen Jackson, who rushes for 93 yards a game. And Coach, their quarterback, Connor Watkins, throws for 212, and he has a plethora of receivers.
He does. And let's start with the running backs. They only have 1. They rotate 3. And each of them is different. And they go about 205 to 220 pounds. So, you know, the fundamentals of tackling, we got to make sure we do a great job.
You know, this is a team that in the second half has only given up 79 points. So there is some halftime adjustments here.
There are, and some of it, though, they jump on you. They get that lead in the first half, but their quarterback does a tremendous job. You know, they want to establish the run game, but if you put a lot of guys in the box to stop the run game, he has the ability, and he has great receivers, Pringle, on the perimeter, that he can take shots and hurt you.
If I read this right, Pringle, I think, is averaging maybe the most yards
in FCS,
in
right? Yeah, in
FCS.
FCS. So,
you know,
yes.
and he's not the only guy, though. I think he's thrown to 18 different receivers.
He has, and they'll spread the ball out. Again, they got great skill, big offensive line, experience too. The one thing when you see them, they have a lot of 5th, 6th-year seniors. So those guys have been in the program, or they have a transfer, the Abraham, that was a grad transfer from Harvard that plays linebacker, and he's on all their special teams. So they got a really experienced football team.
Coach, your first visit to Villanova, the first visit for this team, you know, so how do you kind of approach that?
You know, the road focus, you know, again, we're going into a foreign environment, which we did when we went to South Dakota. And, you know, you have to understand that you got to be focused and disciplined for 60 minutes. You got to play with great fundamentals. And when you get to the playoffs, you get to the second round, it's going to be the team that makes the least amount of mistakes.
You know, 5 teams from the Missouri Valley Conference moved on. I know you're just paying attention to your game, but that's great for the conference.
Yeah, it is, and I pay no attention. You know, I know there's 16 teams playing this weekend, and after Saturday, it goes down to 8, and you want to be part of that 8.
So you'll be busing there. You guys will leave Friday, and you're going to kind of break the trip up a little bit?
Yeah, we do. You know, I don't like our kids napping at game time, you know, so if so we're going to leave here early so that if you sleep on the bus, it's going to be 8:30 to about 12, and we're going to do our practice walkthrough at Penn State University, and then we'll continue to drive into Villanova, Pennsylvania.
Well, Coach, you touched on the keys. I know it's basically the same thing that we've said the last 13 weeks, but it's worked.
It is. It's about establishing a physical run game and being mistake-free. The one thing we got to be, and we have the last 2 weeks of mistake-free football on offense. Defensively, it's about stopping that run game and limiting the explosive plays. When we do those 2 things, we're usually successful. And then special teams, again, it comes down to that fundamentals and effort and being penalty-free. Too many penalties the last couple of weeks on special teams.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck. Safe travels to Villanova. It's a 5-hour drive, so hopefully there will be a good contingent of Penguin fans as well.
Thanks, Dana, and go Gwins.
All right. We'll be back and visit with defensive coordinator Jamal Brown when Penguin Game Day continues.